welcome back. I'm pt.2. Welcome back to Rogue Trader. Let's have a look. So, we're carrying on right where we left off. We are going now to look for Mort, but...
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Is there anything here we can grab? No. No. Never mind. What's the shooting going on out here? Auto gun versus las gun. What happened here? Heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single shotgun lies smoking in his hand. Cursed traitor shot him at point blank range. Master at Arms is not looking good. Oh no!
Money to be made.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Chrono, watch.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny against the Emperor's anointed, execute the traitors, every last one of them. Well, I am a Cominsar.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Yep.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psyker powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and
Move
obey.
out! Mort?
Come. Sorry, didn't mean to click that. But yeah, I hear and obey. Well, again, I'm a Commissar, used to obeying orders to the letter in the guard. Commissar's job is to keep the morale high of the men and keep them pushing forward. Generally by shooting anyone who runs away.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits you with a sharp crackle. You are consumed by an unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Stun stick. Oh, I promised you a special destiny, so wondered it's time to fulfill it. Oh, charming. And they're even frisking through my coat. How nice. Kids.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
You two-faced scum.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
Lovely.
We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit? Yeah, that sounds good.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh good, get stuff then.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Nah. The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous and your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More soulless voices echo each other, drowning out your thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry, but you feel this intruding influence forcing its way into your feet and taking you to step towards the gates looming in the centre of the chamber. So I've been wounded by a corrupted weapon, which is, oh god, great, I've got a warp entity or a demon living in my head. Gotta love that. Oh, the Sentinel. So it's an old, Servitor. That's the word I was looking for. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built in front of the panel. As you approach, the torso twitches like this is a Servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Yep, so Servitor, mindless cybernetic flesh created from a fusion of human flesh and robot technology used to carry out simple manual tasks. As I said, AI is banned, so anything slightly more complicated that needs a bit of processing power, they use a lobotomized human. Normally criminals or nut jobs like these have been captured. You carefully inspect the design of the cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that's used as material for the machine's components, some of which you are unfamiliar to. You suspect this comes from a type of archaeotech relic. Archaeotechs, as it says here, an incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology for humanity's past during the Dark Age of technology. That's a really long story which I won't get into here. Yeah, because otherwise this entire video will just be me waffling on about the Dark Age and the Age of Strife, and I'm not going to do that to you. Sensor on the gate begins to move. With screeching groaning of metal, it leans forward close to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The Sentinel's mouth is filled with sharp metal fangs that glint in the dim light. The screen to the right of you lights up and shows strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. There you go. Beep, 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 beep. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Vogdvir winked you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. You look for anything that could be used as a weapon. Excuse me. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in fact perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel between piece of rebar. Put my hand in its mouth. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, punching your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into its throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vidscreen cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass, the Sentinel's jaw remains closed, and you begin to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humours. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel, the cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whatever it is, you clearly heard every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled into your consciousness doesn't have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Ooh.
There is still another way.
And they shall be cleansed in the holy flame. They certainly were there, weren't they? The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable. Yes, they are. And there is the warrant. Let it be known that by my will and the true word of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them and their destiny the great mission, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into the darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, and to walk steady the road of thorns. And I missed the last bit. Bugger.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
So essentially she's got it in broadcast mode only, so she can send out a message, but she can't receive one. Fair enough.
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Yeah, don't need to worry about that. Okay, this is a little servo skull, well, Vox skull in this case. So essentially it is
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
someone's skull that they used to have.
It's not dawdle.
floating around with a radio transmitter built into it. Obviously, they're not using their skull anymore.
Run, fools, or fall!
Chainsword!
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Yeah, by throne means the golden throne of terror, as says here. An arcane cybernetic artifact that encases the god emperor's physical remains entire and preserves them using status field and side fusion reactors. And the sacrifice of about 10,000 cycles a day. Which is nice. So, combat is a traitor. When we part ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow, brought me here, or how did you find me? You with that traitor Vogville.
What?
You intend to take venture to Theodore for something and trying to reach the one was somehow part of that plan, or he's clearly serving the ungodly gods of the whole of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Coonrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfear, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Hey, he openly admitted it.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Nice, so I get a stub revolver. Cool. A sword. Nice. Armor body glove and a med kit. And yeah, I know about that. So first things first, so let us go away. Yeah, got it. Right, so we need bang bang and stabby stab. The armor body glove. And this is not something I can use, so you can have this. Not sure if you need to or not. Not sure if they ever run out.
Spearhead of the Imperium.
I owe you a debt.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that,
Throwing my phone
some
at
of
myself
this
there.
vessel may yet survive.
For the Imperium and humanity lead the way. There we go.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Onwards.
Your demise is already calculated.
All of you will bleed!
There we go. Split up. Alright. Abelard. First thing you can do is charge at this one.
Reduced to dust. Victory is imminent.
That'll do.
Out of my way!
Parry. Bravo.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
And we're going to swing
I'll
both of
see
these.
to it another enemy down.
Nice.
I'll make it happen.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I've suffered worse.
Such is the will of chaos.
Yep, I know, friendly fire, I know.
For the weak.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Right, if you wouldn't mind just, like, slicing at these two.
One fewer target. I will do my duty.
Right, now I come running in. Full. There we go. And I'm gonna hit. There we go.
Chaos guides me.
Just a minor setback.
Is that really the best you've got, my dude?
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Yep. Level up. So we're going to level me up as an officer. So I can do commerce, which will put me up to 40. Persuasion, which is pretty low. Carouse, which will put it right up, which is good. Coercion or Imperium law. I think we're going to go with persuasion. And Abelard. Athletics. Now we're just going to grab some stuff. Yes. Anything else that we missed here? Yeah, right. No, cool. We're going to go to the Navigator's Sanctum. Just going to go find the mutant. The stable mutant psyker.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abela, how they sing.
Just what we need.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Oh, great. Psyker, that can see the glimpses of the future. Helpful. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the CS standing before you.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
How do you know who I am?
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? I have seen you. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart.
No, just what I need. Someone peeking into my personal. Let us show into the nightmares that the tortures inflicted on your body and mind. Your muscles contract involuntarily as if steeling themselves for the inevitable pain. And what are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium. But it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Take priest.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Yep.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yep. Hey, he's using a shield to protect himself. Is there anything out here? Nah.
Rise to the
Don't you
top,
dare to
or get
cross
left
us.
in the dust.
Mate, go forward. You go there. You go there and hide. Yes, I'm aware about her psychic powers, so that's fine. Now I'm going to... Oh, this is her. We're going to psychic scream. But this dude. Injure him as best we can. There we go.
No can do.
Hold on.
Ow!
Chaos guides me.
wasn't nice.
At your beck and call, reduced to dust. Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
Oh, nicely done. I'm gonna run here.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
I'm gonna hit this guy with my sword. Can you still hit him with a scream, I wonder? Yep.
Be gone! Why did I not foresee this?
Follow my lead. Indeed, reduced to dust.
Dead. The creature in the chair appears as if it's become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through two dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the centre of its forehead.
I believe Master Spider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What's wrong with him?
Wounded. Exhausted. Fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Oh.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ooh.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
It just screams is echoed by the sign closed in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigators, succumbing to the paradoxisms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly, his face drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming from his nose, and there's a purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
Navigator does not give a response. Black tears mixed with blood is streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Let's come over here, grab all this shit. Not a lot really here, but hey, it's always worth grabbing stuff.
Keep your wits about you.
One thing I do want to do, formation. Right, what do we find here? I have swords, same as mine. A las pistol. Oh, it's a scrappy auto gun. Mine does between 7 and 11, 6 and 8. That's not as good. 5 and 7, 6 and 9, but it does do bleeding. It's also got additional armor penetration, so it might be worth changing up.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Hey, I don't think there's anything. I don't think it's this way. Nope. We just go back around that. And back to... Now we're heading to the officer's deck. But anyway, that's going to be that for now. Once this loads in, we'll just see if there's an FMV, because I don't know. I haven't played beyond this bit. Like I said, I only did a couple of test runs just to see how the game was. Make sure A, it worked, and B, see which version of the character I liked in the early combats, and I like getting up close. That's not really a surprise for me. There we're going up in the lift.
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this.
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
Told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
And Sister of Battle. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hand. For a brief moment, she seems she's not going to stop, and will take to eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
The Lord Captain's there. That's
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Let's go to the arch-enemy, a malign metaphysical force composed of psychic energy that exists in an alternate dimension known as the Warp. Yeah, otherwise known as the Chaos Gods.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
The thing I'm going to say, I'm no traitor, sister, you can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior, the Adeptus Sororitas, doing aboard a rogue trader ship? You order serve the Ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice. Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Nope, got some goods. I can't help it, I am a loot goblin on all such games as this. So, just gonna grab...
I always keep my options open.
Not sure what they were, but they looked awesome and it was sent to the ship's store, so I'm assuming they're trade goods of some description. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So, again, thank you for your time. Hope you're enjoying the start of the playthrough. And yeah, see where we go from here with, we've got Sigismund, Adelard, Idira, and Sister Argenta. There we go, halfway over the dungeon. Yeah, so, anyway, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next vid. for the minute, I'm Captain signing off.